Okay, we are now at about 4 minutes 50 some odd seconds here. It's almost the 5 minute mark. The fire is very hot. This outside area is hot. Touched it. We're starting to get condensation. Don't think we're quite at bubbles yet. Oh, there we go. So, if you can see here, it is actually boiling. So let me take this off. Oh, that's hot. Wow. Okay. So, note to self, the container is very hot. They got this tab so you can pull it. Ooh. So I'll toss this back on real quick so you can see. So there you go. So we got boiling. Sorry about the camera work. First time messing with this. But yeah. So we got bubbles. I want to say maybe just right at the 5 minute mark. Sorry about the camera work. Still trying to get the hang of all this. But we got boilage at right about the 5 minute mark. Our location here in Ohio, I think we're 1,000 feet above sea level, between 650 and 1,000. I get them mixed up. But we actually got boilage in the kettle. Kettle's super hot. This is super hot. I got the fan going. I'm down to some embers, but it's still real hot in there. So, I'm trying to give you a shot of this. So, got the embers in there going. This whole thing is extremely hot. But I got 2 cups to boil in right about 5 minutes. So that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know how much longer it would take with gas and stuff. The kettle's really nice. Again, it might work a little better if it didn't have this big pour spout, but I'll take 5 minutes every day. I'm going to let this go ahead and burn down. I'm going to show you real quick if I can get a good angle on this. So these are, even that leg's hot, wow. Woo. So these are the indicators I talked to you about. We have the 3 of them. This is the fan indicator. I'm going to go ahead and turn that fan all the way up, just down to the first one. So we have the fan. This shows us how much battery power we have. And looks like since I've done this, we've gone up 1 more space since I started and used it. So a solid 3 plus now solid 4, and now the 5 is blinking. So that's working. Over here it shows you what the fire you're getting, what kind of rating or whatever you want to call it. I have a lot of ash down there, but a lot of charcoal. So I'm actually going to kick that up. See if I can't boost that up a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take my cell phone and attach it and see if I get a charge. See if it starts charging. So take the USB, put it in here. Got cell phone here, Android phone. Not what you can see it, but you should hear a beep if it's actually charging. There you go. So right now I'm at 75%. I'm running the camera program, so I'm operating Wi-Fi and camera program, so I am using the phone right now, so it's operating, so it's pulling juice. But what we're looking at here is to see how long it maybe takes. Supposedly it'll charge. I'm not sure of all the statistics as far as how long, but you can just keep this fire going. I got some good ashes in here. Probably be better off if I had some more twigs, smaller stuff to get it going again, or at least get it burning. But there we go. I kicked it up a couple notches. Now I'm getting the tornado effect, so it's actually burning, and I'm not getting all that smoke again. So I'm just going to throw in a couple extra pieces. I'll throw this back on. Block out. I'm getting a little bit of wind out here. So it's a little smoky right now, but we are getting the phone charged. I'm going to turn this down to 2. So the phone is charging, and I'm still getting heat going here, and the fire's still burning. So yeah, I just blew on it a couple times just to help it out a little bit. But in the end, I have hot water. Let's see what we got here. So I ended up with 2 cups of hot water. So that'll be enough for the meal. So that was within 5 minutes, which I would definitely not complain. I would definitely not complain. I should probably use a selfie stick or something, but I would definitely not complain about that. Having hot water ready to go, still nice and hot in the kettle. Obviously you can make food in the kettle, you can do whatever, but it's nice that everything nests inside of itself. The fire is still burning really good. The fan's operating. It's showing me I'm getting heat, and the battery itself is actually charging. So you're getting that charging of the unit. It's charging my phone. Now you can leave. If I wasn't burning anything, I could just straight up use the battery. You wouldn't have to attach it either. But I could leave this fan off, which would probably let it charge better. Because right now it's doing dual work. But if I go down to, I'll take the fan down a little bit more. It is charging the phone, so that's cool. So all in all, like I said, I'm pretty satisfied with this unit. Supposedly cleanup is really easy. You just let it cool down, then get rid of your ashes. If you're outside, one of the easiest ways is just dig a small hole, put the ashes in the hole, pour some water on the ashes, cover the hole back up, you're fine. If you're at home or somewhere where there's an ash can or a trash can or whatever like that, you could do it. Now you can see that some of that wood has started kicked up, so I'm getting better charging. So all in all, I can't complain. I'm using, this is my first review that I'm actually trying out here. I'll be using this for camping, but I'm also using a new camera, the COOAU. I don't even know how to say it, the 4K. It's like a GoPro copy. Got it on Amazon. Again, not sponsored by them. Really good camera. Like the way it works. I'm shooting in 1080p right now, not 4K. But I'm using the wireless app, so I'm sort of watching back and forth. So this is sort of like a trial and error. I'm trying to do both right now. I'll come back and show you the cleanup in a little while, but again, I appreciate you. And again, this is the Biolite camp stove, and thank you. So here's where we ended up in the end. I got a full burn going. I ended up with basically just ashes. I don't know if you can see. It did charge and continue to charge. What's going on right now is it's still cooling down. I got dumped out what little ashes there were in there, and the fan's going to run for a little while it cools down the thermocoupler and the other part of the unit. So, but basically what we ended up in the end was with, you know, a unit that worked really well, really easy to use, burnt the fuel good, and just over 5 minutes it looks like it came to a boil. Obviously more water, probably more time, but I'm really happy with the purchase. I'm happy with the fact that, you know, I just used the unit as needed and burn what up there. The fan just went off on it, so it started to cool. So it'll be packed back up. Let's see. Again, I bought this myself. Pros, really easy to use, works as advertised, charges your phone, but also has that fan unit to help out. Burns really well. Another plus is it's biofuel, so sticks and the leaves and stuff that you find around, so that's perfect as far as that goes. All the other stuff that you use in here is so. As far as pros go, sorry I got interrupted there. As far as pros go, the other stuff is, you know, the price was good. I mean, if you want the basic unit itself, I believe it's 99 bucks. You can find used ones. You can find ones that probably with coupons and stuff like that. It's, you know, a good unit. It works really well. I like the package that I got. Like I said, I'll have to try out the grill, see if it's worthwhile or not. Pretty much that's as far as that goes. I like the fact it packs into itself. Cons, I guess, would be, I mean, I guess you could consider it a little bit expensive if you can't find any deals. I probably wouldn't pay $200 for it. I mean, I might, but I'd always look for a deal first or whatever. Other con, it's heavy. I mean, the grill itself is heavy. I mean, you could pack that in, but there's a lot of other options as far as that goes. Small burner units, just to take a small grill with you and put it over a couple, you know, stones or whatever, and put it up over the unit itself. There's a lot of other options. You could just, obviously, looking at it, as long as you had something, you could put a grill over that, figure something else out. So, I mean, that way, it's nice. I'm sure, you know, I'll have to try it out, see how it works. Try hot dogs or something like that. I'm sure it'll be good. But the kettle I'm really happy with too. I know I'm going somewhere back, pro and con, but it is heavy. But the fact that it nests in itself, I mean, I've gone backpacking, I go camping, never been car camping, I've gone cabin camping, tent camping, under the star camping, you know, grabbed a tarp and went out winter camping and just throwing it together, tents, stuff like that. So to me, it's not bad. I've done a little bit of the Appalachian Trail when I was in Boy Scouts. I've done some of the local trails here, not for a while, but back then, you know, we were carrying the Coleman, I think Peak Ones. I still have my Peak One, so, you know, that's sort of a heavy unit too. So, I mean, I guess you could use it, but I'm not going for 16 months or whatever, and, you know, so, I mean, it would be a concern if that's all you did. Plus, you got to be able to find the biofuels. That could be a con depending on where you're at. I mean, obviously, if you're desert camping or you're camping in an area that was, you know, maybe decimated by something, either, you know, previous flood or by, you know, fire, or if you're in an area that's very wet. I mean, I didn't test run it, but I've seen guys test run it with wet stuff. Another YouTuber did it, and, you know, he got it going. I mean, he had, you know, a little trouble at first, but once it got burning, the fan, I think, really helps. But overall, I think it's a really good unit. I think it's worth the money. I like it. I'm going to continue to use it. But again, thank you for sitting through this painful first review video, and I hope to have some more, and hope to get a little better on the camera skills and the editing skills. But thanks again.